Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. First of all, can y'all tell that this is like bomb quality? I got a webcam. When y'all come in here, just say hey so I can know that y'all are here. And I'll give it a moment of people come on before I get started with what I'm going to talk about today. All right, and I wasn't going to come on here today because honestly, I just did not feel like it, if I can be completely honest. However, we can't just go with our feelings. This topic that I want to talk about today has really been like heavy on me. Like I need to talk about it for some time now. So I'm gonna do that today. Honestly, somebody just asked me on my community tab, I'm gonna read what they said, which kind of warranted this discussion today. Okay, so somebody on my community tab just asked me, and I won't say who it is, but they know who they are. They commented and they asked me, hey, Natalie, love your vlogs. You're very, very informative. Can you let us know if you plan to just do your shop in the future? And if so, how soon do you think you'll reach that goal? And so she was asking me, do I plan to just like flat out only do my boutique and basically like not do anything else? I guess she meant like not teach on YouTube and things like that. And so that question that she asked me, it really just had me to think about like, you know, what is my purpose and like, what am I actually like supposed to be doing? And so her question was, would I ever just do my boutique full time? And I told her, honestly, my answer was no. I don't see myself only ever just doing my boutique because number one, like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing, just my boutique. And so for those joining on, hey, you guys, getting into today about purpose. This is a discussion that I have been needing to talk about. I've done this video before. Hey, on my channel, this is like one of my first videos on my channel. But of course it's hidden because it's my first video and it was terrible. But yeah, I was kind of going into it, but I'm waiting for y'all to come since y'all are coming on now. Hey y'all, I'll let y'all come in and then I'll get started with the discussion. Okay, and so I titled this video, what did I title this video, y'all? I never know what I titled it because I can't see it, but basically like how knowing your purpose can lead you to success, and me asking like, do y'all know what y'all's purpose is? And so I kind of asked this question. I was going into it earlier. Hey y'all. Hey, and for those who are coming on, make sure if you're just coming on, you watch the replay whenever you get off of here, because I kind of was going into it a little bit before. And if you're not aware, this is our Soul Food for the Entrepreneur live. I told you guys I was going to come on yesterday, and I said I was going to come on other times, but child, we just going to come on right now, okay? Because if I can be real, I didn't really feel like coming on today, but we cannot be led by our emotions. I know some of y'all don't feel like going to work sometimes, but you still got to get your bills paid. So we can't just be led by our emotions. So today I'm here. I didn't feel like coming, but now that I'm here, I'm excited. So yes. But what I was saying earlier was somebody commented on my community tab today, and she let me know. She said, could you let us know if you plan to just do your shop in the future? And if yes, how do you think you'll reach that goal? And so she was asking me, do I plan to only do my boutique in the future? And I told her, no, like that's not my goal. Like most of you guys know, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. So I am doing this full-time, but I'm not just, and I will never just do my boutique full-time, because that's not who I am. I do my boutique full time, but I would never do just that, because I know that's not what my purpose is. And so I feel like, you know, on social media right now, we see a lot about entrepreneurship. We see a lot about being your own boss. We see a lot about that. I think about maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, we saw a lot about, hey y'all, 1 or 2 years ago, we saw a lot of people talking a lot about purpose. Y'all remember that? People used to be on Instagram talking about like, join my webinar, learn what your purpose is, blah, 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 all about purpose. But I feel like that train has like left the station. And I feel like now everybody just talks about entrepreneurship. And I feel like we kind of just get hip to these themes and just roll with it. And I feel like a lot of us are hopping into entrepreneurship. But my question is, before you get into your business, do you know what you're actually like purpose to do? Do you know what your purpose is? I want to know, do any of y'all feel like, y'all know what y'all's purpose is? My purpose is not to simply just be an entrepreneur. That's not what I am supposed to be doing. I know that my purpose is to be a teacher. And that's like my purpose. And we're going to get like biblical because that's where I get my facts from. And that's how I know for a fact. And so hopefully y'all are cool with that. If not, I'll see y'all on the next live, but we're going to get real, like, we're just going to get real today. Because if y'all know me, I want to be real, and I can't be real without a little bit of scripture. That's just how I am. But Janice says, yes, great. So I feel like we need to know what our purpose is. And the thing about it is, let me just tell y'all this real quick. So I know that we all were created for a purpose. And the reason why I know that, we kind of see that going back in the Old Testament in the book of Jeremiah, where Jeremiah, the prophet, God said, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Do we know what that means? Before he actually formed him to be a seed in his mother's stomach, before he was even born, God knew him. He said, I created you for a purpose. He created him to be a prophet. So the thing is, like, before we are even born on this earth, we're going to be created on this earth for a purpose. Okay. And so it's like, the way I think about it is, God didn't say, oh, Natalie's here, she's chilling, I think she's good and mature, let me give her the purpose of teaching on YouTube. That's not how it was. It was more so like, okay, it's going to be a thing called YouTube in the future. Let me create a Natalie to combat that. So when I was born for what I'm doing now. And so all of you, you're born for a purpose. And so knowing your purpose is really important, especially for those of us who want to become entrepreneurs or who want to be in business, because you need to understand that you're not just running a business for the sake of you having coins, but you're running that business for some type of reason. And we're all going to have our own separate reasons. My reason is to teach. Before I even because this is how I know that, and I'll kind of give you guys some background so that you guys can figure out like what your purpose is. Before I even became an entrepreneur, I was a teacher at like a school, right? But before I even became a teacher, I actually, like years ago, I used to be on YouTube talking about my hair regimen. I was teaching about my hair journey. And before I had a hair journey, I was teaching about clothes, teaching about how to buy the best finds at Charlotte Russe. And this was back when I was in high school. And so the thing about me is, before I even am doing what I did now, my purpose was to always be a teacher. So before you guys jump out and start your businesses, you do have a purpose. And so I feel like some of us don't really know how to determine what our purpose is, or maybe we have a purpose that we think is our purpose, but it's not actually true. And so this is how I want you guys to know for a fact how to discover your purpose. Now, if you guys don't know, I went to college and I studied psychology. And so that's like one of my passions. And so I'm going to kind of give you guys some information, yes, in scripture, but also like in science with like things that have just been like tested and, found true. Because that's just it's really interesting to me. And so I have notes, but y'all, I'm not even going over these notes because we just going to go with it. Y'all cool with that? So, okay. Now I ain't going to look at my notes though. Okay. So for me, because the thing about it is, and this is where I was wrong. So this is when I discovered my purpose. I discovered my purpose in college. And the way that I discovered my purpose was very drastic, because it was actually like weeks leading up to graduation. I took a whole 4-year in psychology, and I had absolutely no idea what I was supposed to do out on the earth outside of college. Like, I feel like when we are in school, it's the easy route. You kind of just go to school, do what you got to do. But do you know what you're actually supposed to be doing? And so I had absolutely no idea. And so for me, I actually fasted, because I was like, again, I wanted like immediate answers, like, God, what should I be doing? And so I prayed and I was like, God, what should I be doing? And I fasted and I prayed and I just thought about like, okay, let me be realistic. Before I was like in this world, before I was of age and like in this opinionated like adult life, what did I want to do? And I thought back to childhood. And I need to think back to childhood because I know in psychology, we learn that children, where there's multiple like beliefs, but we believe that some people believe that children are born as a blank slate. And so when they are born, the things that they innately want, the things that they immediately desire, that's true of their nature. because they're pure, they're unopinionated, they're not really affected by society's views yet, they're children. And so as a child, I remember distinctly saying to my parents, I want to be a teacher. As like, sorry, y'all, I have like a little cleavage. As a child, I said that. Like when I was in elementary school, I wanted to be a teacher. Now, of course, me being in high school and in college, I didn't remember that. Why? Because we're living in this world. This world is not perfect. For me specifically, I know that I was swayed by others' opinions. People's opinions of being a teacher is not really economically favorable. Being a teacher is not the cool job to do. Being a teacher is not like a high and mighty job. I would not get paid enough. I would be tired. I would be broke. And so going through society, you know, as a young adult, I kind of pushed those desires aside and I no longer even cared about teaching. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even have a thought about it. It wasn't until I prayed and I was like, God, reveal my purpose to me. And I remembered that as a child, I wanted to be a teacher. And the fact that I remembered that, I said, that must be true of who I am, you know, because as a child, I desired it. So if you're sitting right now, you're not really sure what your purpose is, think back to when you were a child. What did you desire? What did you like? What did you love to get into with your childhood friends? You know, what did you and your cousins or your siblings like to do? If you don't remember, because that's, you know, normal, some of us are older, ask your parents or ask your siblings, ask family friends, like who were you as a child? Because who you were as a child in most cases, now some of us, you know, have experienced trauma as children. And so those things from childhood either aren't clear or maybe aren't really true of who we are as a person, and that is understandable. But for those of us who have not experienced those things, or for those of us who kind of remember what we were as children, think back to those instances, and those things speak to your purpose now. At least that's what I really believe in my heart through scripture and through studying psychology. And so those things were true to me. And so the reason why I thought about this is because, you know, in business, I'm a business owner now, but my purpose is not just to be a business owner. Okay, that's not my purpose. My purpose is to teach, and that's just gonna always be true to who I am. That's why somebody asked me one time, and this is not to bash anybody, I'm just telling you guys what has happened that kind of verifies this. Somebody asked me one day on my YouTube channel, like, I think it's kind of shady how you just started your boutique and you're already teaching people how to do it. I said, listen, I can't help what God calls me to do. The thing about it is, I felt very urged. I felt led as soon as the day, y'all see, most of y'all have seen the video. That video now has like 17,000 views. The day that I was starting my business, somebody said, pick up the camera, okay, and record the process. And that's exactly what I did. And I was literally just speaking out what I was doing. And that video has helped a lot of people. And so since then, all I do is teach exactly what I've done. That is my purpose as a business owner, to teach. Okay, so although, yes, I'm a business owner, I may do so many other things, I'm always in the stance of a teacher. I freely give information. Like, that's just what I'm supposed to be doing. And so today, when somebody else asked me on my community tab, you know, do I think that I would ever just own my boutique? No, absolutely not. That would be selling myself short, and I would be unfulfilled if I did that. I never just want to solely run my clothing boutique. That was never my idea, and I never see that as an idea for me personally. I don't think that I would get fulfillment out of just selling clothes every day. However, I would get a lot of fulfillment out of showing y'all the process, teaching y'all how to do it, raising a family one day. Like, I think that's a job within itself. I would like to travel and speak, kind of like how I speak now. Like, that's all the things that I want to do. I'm not saying you can't do that. Some of you are called to be, you know, servants and serve people through you selling clothes. That could definitely be your purpose. I'm not selling that dream short for anybody. I'm just saying that's not me. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know that. And so because I know that, I know my business strengths. I know what I'm supposed to be doing as an entrepreneur. Okay. So the reason for this is that I want you guys to understand your business strengths. The other day I had to check myself because I, you know, sometimes get carried away on social media, as a lot of us do. And I was looking at these other really successful boutique owners. And by looking at these boutique owners, I was like, why am I not where they are yet? Like, the thing about it is, y'all are going to see, not tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm going to be recording you guys my, like, how much I'm paying myself over for my 2-week paycheck, and how much money I've made over the past 2 weeks, and how I'm going to be budgeting that money. I'll be recording that tomorrow, but y'all won't see it until probably Sunday. I think I'll have that for y'all for Sunday. But anyways, I have made a good amount of money, okay, for these past 2 weeks. Now, most of my money, about half of my money comes from my boutique, but the other half comes from other things that I created because of my boutique. And so the thing about it is, although I'm not making the money that I want solely from my boutique, I'm still making enough money to live. And so the thing about it is, I can't get upset that this boutique is doing so well in their boutique, because maybe that was never my calling, never my purpose to have this huge, big old boutique. Now my boutique is successful, okay, but I'm not making millions, trillions selling clothes yet. I mean, it's gonna happen one day, but that's not it yet. However, I am making thousands, whatever, doing other things alongside my boutique. And I know that, and because I realize that I'm a teacher, I'm able to take what I know and I teach it to people. And that within itself is a business for me as well. And that's successful for me because I know my purpose. And so what I want all of you to do as you start your businesses, think about, what is your purpose? How can you align your purpose with your business? How can you make multiple streams of income because of what your purpose to do? And I feel like if we don't really understand our purpose outside of just being an entrepreneur, then our entrepreneurship will not grow to what it should be growing to. I don't doubt that all of us, let me not say that's kind of a confusing, double negatives are confusing, my bad. I believe that all of us have the capability to have huge growing businesses, but it's gonna be in multiple ways because we're all different and we all have our different purposes. And so it's really important. I just really urge you guys to really dig deep, take some time, sit with a journal. I mean, I know I love my journal, and figure out what it is that you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to speak, y'all, kind of like I'm speaking to y'all right now. I really have a desire to speak. Like, I want to travel and speak, and that's just a desire that I have for whatever reason. That's God is trying to do something, I don't know. That's just a desire that I have. And I know that I'm going to be able to do that one day, and that's going to be another income for me one day, because that I understand that that's my purpose, and that's something that I'm going to be doing that's attached to my purpose. And so when you really start to understand what you're called to do, so many doors will open. You'll have so many, your eyes will just be open to so many possibilities. I have one of my boutique students, her name is Kristen. She has a boutique, but she's also an artist. She's a creative. I believe she is called to create in so many different ways. And so because of that, she's written a book. Because of that, she has custom apparel where she has her paintings on the back of jackets. She's not just selling clothes, okay? She's tapping into what her purpose is to make her business that much bigger. So yes, we can all start our clothing boutiques, but I want us to be able to do more great things. Okay, sorry, y'all. Y'all questions kind of got me distracted a little bit, but let me see, what else did I have to tell y'all? That's all I have written down. Again, I'm sure I can keep going, but that's really all I have written down, because my desire is that we all really understand how to tap into our purposes. And so, yes, now I'm not saying that my boutique is not growing, because it definitely is. Every day is crazy how it's growing, and I want it to grow even more. So I'm not downplaying my clothing store, because it is great, and I want it to be even bigger, as I want for all of you. But I do more than that. That's just not that's not only who I am. There's more to me than that, and I'm thankful for that, because I love doing a lot of different things at once. Adds kind of some spice and some excitement. So that's for instance, I make websites for people, and I'm not somebody, and people can tell you, I'm not somebody who will just make a website and say, okay, give me your money. Okay, here's your website. No. I'm gonna call you and be like, okay, this is how you do your website. I'll make it for you, and then I'm gonna teach you how to do it for yourself, because how are you going to, be making money if you constantly paying people to do something for you? I think we should all learn how to do everything for ourselves. Now, I think you should hire out, if someone can do it more effectively so you can spend time doing something else, definitely. But I think that we should all be able to know how to run every aspect of our business, our website, our pictures, our everything. That's so true, Ty. That's so true. Yes. And that's really important to understand, is that everybody, and that's so important to understand, because if we think that everybody should be doing one thing, we'll be very close-minded to people's journeys, or even to our own journey. Some of y'all already know, y'all just have some great things brewing for yourselves in your business, things that I probably would never even be able to imagine to do, but I can't do everything. Okay, let me read y'all's comments so I can see if y'all have questions. Oh, that's so great. Inspire others, especially young mothers. Yes, ma'am. Give customer service. That's awesome. Yeah. Janice said, I feel like your purpose is the idea that's always been in the back of your head since a child. I believe that too. That's so, what's the word for that, Jaleesa? That is so, like, so giving. She said, I love helping people, but behind the scenes, I do it at work every day, and you'll be blessed for it. Times that she wanted to be a doctor, a model, fashion designer. Oh, you want to do everything. Yes, girl. Janine says she wants to be the next Oprah. She still can't figure out why and how. And that is a good, let me talk about that real quick. So she couldn't figure out why and how. The thing about that is keep that with you. So for instance, there's so many things that I've wanted to do and I could not figure out how or why I would do it. 2 years ago, I had the desire to speak. And I couldn't figure out how that would happen. And now I finally have an idea, a plan, something coming up in August for when I finally be able to speak. But even before then, I couldn't figure out how to become a teacher. And when the time was right, I became that teacher. I couldn't figure out how I would get on YouTube. I literally couldn't figure out how I would get on YouTube and actually be here. But it took me having to like just be patient and take things one step at a time, just being open to new things. And you will eventually be led to where you're supposed to be. Because for me, y'all, I want to get on YouTube so bad. Like I want to get on YouTube like in 10th grade, then in 12th grade, then freshman year, then senior year, and then finally 2018, I finally created this channel. And it's just like, it was never the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because there's things that need to happen before, you know, the bigger thing happens. We have to learn certain lessons before we can get somewhere. For instance, for me, before I can sit here with y'all like this on live, I had to teach a bunch of like young kids who were very, you know, had very big constructive criticism. I feel like I've had my worst critics already. So now I can take y'all, and now I can take a crowd of 1,000 because I've already taught hundreds of kids who I taught math. They don't care about that. They don't want to hear that. So it's like the things that I want to do eventually, what I'm doing now is setting me up for that. So was that Janice? So the things that you want to do, Janice, you want to be the next Oprah. I'm pretty sure there are things that you can be doing now that are going to be stepping stones. And maybe it doesn't really even make sense of how you're going to end up there. But if you just continue to just try to, you know, be prayerful and just really doing things when you feel like you should do them, you know, you will eventually fall into line. That's the good thing about it. You know, most of us, well, all of us, we're also young. No matter how old you are, how young you are, we're also young. We still have so much more life to live. And so it's like, you just never know what tomorrow or the next day holds. So I try to just deal with my now. You know what I'm saying? There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, you know, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow is enough worry for itself. You know, what are you going to do like today? So because of that scripture, I just don't even worry about the next thing. You know, I knew that I wanted to speak. That's kind of like my mom, you know, she told me that I need to be working back with children again. And I know I do want to work with kids again. And I couldn't really figure out the steps, but I know that what I'm doing now is going to help me get to that next step. And so it'll all eventually fall into place. Yes, you can do what and the thing about your heart, you know, the Bible tells us that our heart can be very deceiving. So yeah, you just really just want to follow like what you think, you know, whatever you think God is saying for your life. Because again, like I told you guys today, I could have told you that my heart told me I didn't really feel like getting on here. I didn't feel like coming on here, but a lot of times we can't do what we feel like doing. You just have to be very like, you have to have a sound mind and really just have a sound mind. Ooh, congratulations. Yeah, everything definitely happens for a reason. She said, I have a lot of interest too, but how do you not get so overwhelmed? Honey, for me to not get so overwhelmed, I have to do a few different things. I have to write everything down. That's number one. And then I just have to pray like, Lord, let your will be done. You know, and really a lot of times, because there's even so many things that I do even now. Like I'm to the point where I'm really doing everything that I want to do. And it's becoming like, I have like 5 different things I need to do. Like for instance, today, y'all, I had to help with the website and then build my own website and then get some orders shipped out and then publicize on social media. And I was like, okay, what should I do first? I literally didn't know. So what did I do? I went out to my balcony. If you watch my vlogs, I know I love that balcony. I went out there and I said, God, tell me, what should I do first? And I really sat out there till I had a clear idea of what I should do first. I didn't move until I felt it was like 5 minutes. And after those 5 minutes, I finally knew what to do first. So some of us just need to take a deep breath and just, ask, like, what should I do first? What makes sense to do first? And then just do that and take it one thing at a time. Yeah. Yes. But anyways, y'all, that's really all I had to say. Hopefully that sparked something in you guys to really be thinking about what it is that, you should be doing in the moment, and making sure that you're not just copying somebody else, because copying somebody else is the clear way for frustration and destruction. Because if you try to copy somebody else, we don't know how they got their ideas. We don't know where those ideas came from and what they're called to do. So I can't just copy anybody. I need to figure out, and it really is tempting to try to figure out the blueprints. I mean, you'd be surprised. Sometimes I find somebody's Instagram that I really, really like, and then I'll scroll all the way to the bottom to see, like, okay, how did they start with their post? What captions did they use? What did they do? As I try to master Instagram. But then I feel myself like just getting so frustrated. I'm like, this is not what I need to be doing. That's what they did for their success. What can I do for my success? Yeah. Yeah, be original for real. You gotta put your own twist to it. We're all so unique. We all have our, our unique takes to things. Hey. So yeah. Anyways, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this here. But can y'all tell I got a webcam? Somebody messaged me, and I say this out of love. When I asked you guys for feedback, somebody was like, and next time, can you have better quality on your videos? I was like, dang, I'm doing live on my computer webcam. But you know what? I went and bought a better webcam. So right now I have this webcam. Hopefully it actually looks clear to y'all. It looks clear to me. So yeah, hopefully y'all appreciate it, because I got this webcam and now we are here, honey. We are here. And I'm supposed to post I'm getting tongue tied. I was supposed to post a vlog today at 3 p.m., but it just did not happen as planned. So I'm actually in the process right now of editing that vlog. It can either go up at 9 p.m. tonight, or I might post it early tomorrow morning. I might just post it tomorrow afternoon. But the vlog that I am doing right now, the one that I'm editing right now, it's a business vlog where I'm just like kind of sitting down, packaging up a few orders and giving you guys some helpful tips on like just marketing and packaging and sales and all that stuff with customers. So, and shipping as well. So it's kind of like a sit down. I like have you guys sitting with me at my desk as I'm working and kind of just like talking through the process with y'all. So hopefully y'all will enjoy that. I'll say it will go up tomorrow. Okay, and hopefully you guys enjoy this live. I'm gonna cut it short now just so that those who come can see the whole thing without getting distracted by my rambling. So thank you guys for joining me today. I love that you guys are here. If you enjoyed today's talk and you're not in our Facebook group, the Soul Food for the Entrepreneur, make sure you click the link down below and join the Facebook group right now. Request to join and I will go in and approve you. Especially if you're on this video, if you stayed here the whole time, I know that you should be in that group as well. So you can just say, hey, I was on the live and I wanted to join, and I will just add you right in. So if you're interested in like having more talks like this, make sure you join the Facebook group. And I think I want to start doing lives exclusively for the Facebook group soon, for days that I don't feel like coming, on YouTube. So that is all for today. Thank you guys for coming on. Love you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I won't see you, but you'll see me tomorrow in my new vlog where we're talking more about business stuff. And yeah, hope you guys have an amazing evening. Bye, you guys.